All right, we are live. What's going on, YouTubers? How's everybody doing today? Got my Periscope Twitter friends on my left here. Thank you for the share, Pink. And how's everybody doing on YouTube land? Good to see you all. How's everyone doing here on Periscope and Twitter? Hope everyone's having a great day today. So for those of you who are on for the very first time, just tuning in, my name is Ken Cloutier of GetMotivatedForSuccess.com. I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What I do is I help network marketers and entrepreneurs generate more leads for their business, sponsor more reps, and make more moolah. All right, so today's topic that I want to talk about, I actually got it from my buddy Ray Higdon. Phenomenal guy. I mean, you can get all kinds of content from Ray Higdon, right? But I thought this was a really good topic to talk about today because how many of you, and you can show me by hearts, YouTubers enter in the chat, have ever felt overwhelmed? Have ever felt overwhelmed in your business? Heck, in your life, in your career? We've probably all felt overwhelmed at some point, right? You know, where you're just kind of, you're almost like paralyzed with, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. You 100%. You know, I don't know what to do. I have so much stuff to do. I don't have time. How am I going to do this? How is this going to happen? What happens if I say this? What happens if I do this? What happens if I don't do this? I mean, we put ourselves in this panic state. And, you know, it's a not a good feeling to feel overwhelmed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a gold nugget, one gold nugget today on how to crush that feeling of overwhelm. So what is overwhelm? Let's just start with a quick definition of what overwhelm is so we're all on the same page. When you feel overwhelmed or when somebody feels overwhelmed, it's because there are things that we know that we have to do or should do, but we're not doing it, right? I have felt overwhelmed in my business many, many times, right? It's because I knew I needed to go meet people. I knew I needed to make phone calls. I knew I needed to follow up with people. I knew I needed to, you know, I don't know, sell some products. Excuse me. There were things that I knew that I needed to do, but I wasn't doing them. And, you know, overwhelm can be grouped in frustration, sadness, anger, annoyance. I mean, that's a lot of different characteristics of being overwhelmed or just kind of being like panicky, like, oh my God, I need to do this, but I'm not. And so overwhelm comes from knowing what you should do or need to do, but you're not doing it. So how do you overcome this overwhelm? It's very, very simple. Very, very simple to overcome overwhelm. Okay, I can help you with that, Brandon. She said, I don't know how to start the conversation to ask if anyone is interested in my products. Great question. Maybe there'll be a little bonus today. So the way to crush overwhelm, the way to absolutely crush overwhelm is to take massive action. I know that sounds like duh, like hello, that's nothing new, right? Take massive action, but it is. Because if you think about it, when's the last time you were like super busy, right? You were like really, really busy. I'll give a sports analogy, right? Because I played baseball, right? So I'm a sports guy. Hopefully you guys can relate to this. But you know, when you go to the plate, when you're a batter and you're gonna, you know, it's your turn to bat and you step into the batter's box, you don't feel overwhelmed. As much as you may think it is nervous and you get the jitters and you're nervous that you may fail, you don't feel overwhelmed. You know why you don't feel overwhelmed? Because you are so focused on the task at hand that you don't have time for that thought process of overwhelm, anxiety, nervousness to take effect. You're solely focused on your goal, which is to get a base hit, right? You're solely focused on the pitcher and what pitch is that the pitcher may be throwing to you. So you don't have time to think about what if this goes wrong, what if this happens, what if this happens, what if I do this, what if I don't do this. Your mind doesn't have time to do that because you're taking massive action, right? It's the same is true in our network marketing or home business, right? If you are taking massive action, you don't have time to feel overwhelmed and start meeting people or start calling people. Your mind doesn't even have time to play tricks on you because it's so focused on the task at hand. And once you start doing the task after task after task, yeah, just do it. what you're going to find is you're going to find a feeling of accomplishment. You're going to feel good about yourself because you took the time and you nailed out one task. Okay, I have to call John. Boom, I called John. Cross him off the list, right? Okay, I have to call Bob and Susie. Boom, I called Bob and Susie. Cross them off the list. Now what happens? What is going to make us act that first move? That's a great question. I'll get to that in a second. So the way to get overwhelmed is to, or to tackle, crush it, is to take that massive action, to get in the groove. Because when you're in the groove, now that overwhelm lowers and that feeling of accomplishment happens. And it's like you get addicted to wanting to accomplish tasks, right? You get addicted to, man, this felt good to knock this out. Now let me go ahead and go to the next task. Oh, I got to write a blog post. Boom, let me hurry up and just bust this blog post out. Bam, I got to do a video. Let me go ahead and just sit down, knock the video out, and go to the next task. And so it's getting yourself, and that was a great question. I forgot who asked it, about, how do you go from I'm overwhelmed to taking massive action? Because had you been taking massive action, you wouldn't feel that overwhelmed. That's a great point. So what's going to get you to take massive action is having a vision for yourself of where you want to be. See, it's not where you are right now, it's where you want to go. And actually, for one of my homework assignments for the coach that I hired, I don't know if you guys know, I think I mentioned it a week or two ago, but I spent some good money to hire a coach, right? Everybody needs to be coached. Everybody needs to be coached. So I hired a coach, and we had our first coaching call. Fantastic coaching call, by the way. And one of my homework assignments is to write out my vision, like ridiculously detailed. Like, what is your vision, on your perfect day when you wake up in the morning and you have breakfast? What does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it look like outside? What's around you? And I would encourage you guys to have a vision, to write out a vision, like super duper detailed. Don't just write, oh, I want to make more money. Don't just write, oh, I want to be free. I don't want to have a job. Like super duper detailed. Like when you wake up in the morning, what is the weather like outside? What does it smell like, in the house? When you walk out into the kitchen, is the floor cold? Are you walking on carpet? Are you in your slippers? Are you barefoot? Like super detailed on what your vision is. It may be that you want to be from stage, you want to impact people. So if your vision is, I want to impact people and talk on stage, look like? Is it hot up on stage? Are the lights really bright? Can you see the audience? Are some people crying because of the impact you're making in their life? Are some people cheering? Are people smiling? Are they laughing? Who's around you? Who's to the left and the right of, or left and right of you, right? Get it? Yeah, smells like success. Amen. So what's going to get you into that massive action, and that's why my coach wanted me to write out my vision, is because he's like, this is where it all starts. Even though I've been in the game for a long time and I know what I want to accomplish, you have to go back to basics. Write out your vision on exactly what you want to be when you get there. And what's going to happen is you're going to be uncomfortable when you're not taking action in your business. If I go a day and I don't get on Periscope, right, the scopers, I like get jittery. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something. I need to do something, right? If I go a day and I don't do something in my business, if I don't have access to the internet or something, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do with myself? Because I'm so used to taking action in my business. And that's what's going to happen with you when you have a clear vision for what you want, exactly how not where you are, but where you want to be. It's almost uncomfortable not to take action. You feel more comfortable when you're doing something than when you're not doing something for your business. So that's how you get to that point where you start taking that massive action to help crush that overwhelming feeling that you have. Because that overwhelm is strictly knowing that you should be working on yourself and or your business, but you're not doing it. So how do you get into that action? You focus on your vision. You focus and like meditate on that vision of yourself, of where you see yourself, where you want to be, and focus on that, and that will cause you to push yourself into action. So did you guys get value from that? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Throw me some hearts. Let me know that you're resonating with this. That makes sense. Makes sense to me at least. So All right, Pink. Thank you. I know there's a delay, so I'm not giving you guys a hard time. But let's see. I think Brandy, if you're still on, this is bonus, by the way. So I'm done with the whole overwhelm. So if Brandy, are you still on? I don't know if she's still on or not, but I think the question was that she was scared to talk to people about her products. And while I have you guys on here, I might as well cover that. So how do you start talking to people about their products? Well, number one is you have to find a need, right? If if you're trying to sell a car to a 12-year-old, right? You're not going to sell a lot of cars, right? So the person that you want to sell to any of your products, doesn't matter what kind of product it is, you have to find a need. It has to be somebody in your target audience that has a need. And the way to find out if they have a need is to ask questions. Asking the right questions will always elicit whether they have a need or not. So if you're selling beauty, let's say you're selling beauty or skincare, makeup, whatever it is that you're selling, or in that area, the way that you might strike up a conversation, if I'm assuming it's kind of a one-on-one conversation that Brandy was referring to. So the way you may strike up that conversation is, number one, maybe compliment them. Compliment. Oh, I love the color that you're wearing. I love your mascara. I love your area, right? Pink, so you can correct me on this stuff. So you might compliment them on something, right? Now, maybe you look at their face and you're like, ooh, they need like this, 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 and this. And man, they need about $1,000 worth of product, right? But what you do is you compliment them on stuff. Oh, I love the color of your mascara. I love the color of your lashes are so long. I feel crazy talking like this. Your lashes are so long. That's beautiful. I love what you do to your eyelashes. What do you use? Right? That might be my first question. What do you use? Oh, I use ABC product. Oh, wow, that's great. What are you doing for the rest of your skin? Are you using skincare? Are you using blah, 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 blah? And they'll tell you, oh, I'm using this one and I'm using this one. And this is my toner. This is my moisturizer. This is my cleanser, all that fun stuff. And so the way that you can maybe transition and talk about your product is to, what's up, that boy John? Hey, just so you know, I'm on like a different tangent. So if you came on to find out how to get overwhelmed, you're gonna have to watch the replay. So I'm just giving you the heads up. This is a little bonus. So, yeah. So they'll say, "Oh, I use XYZ." Da, 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 da. And what I would do is, what's up, Verna? What I would do is I would ask them, "Well, how long have you been using that? How do you like it? What one area do you feel that you need additional help in for your skincare, for your makeup, for your whatever, right?" Um, so you want to ask them, what are you using? You want to ask them, do they like it? And let's just say they say, I'm using this and I love it. So my next question would be, because I want to get a need, I want to pull a need out of them. Nobody's 100% satisfied with everything, okay? I want to pull a need out. So the way I'm going to pull that need out is, if there was one thing that you could change, right? What would that be about your skincare? And they may say, well, I have these marks on my face, and I'm not really sure how to get rid of them. They've gone down a little bit, but it's still there. Then if you have that product, you might say something like, oh, wow, that's interesting, because I have a friend of mine, or I know somebody that used one of my products to help get rid of their blemishes. It's a really neat product. If you're interested, I could get you some more details on that. Would you be interested in learning more about that product? It could help you. So you don't have to be like the master of skincare. You don't have to be the master. What's up, Verna? The master of makeup or anything like that. I'm in the health and nutrition business. I do skincare as well. I sell to women all the time, and I don't know two things about skincare. Well, I do. Let me regress. I use skincare for myself, but so I know a little bit. But I don't know a lot to like be sitting in like the mall at the Sofina Lancome counter and talk about all kinds of skincare stuff, right? But I know enough because number one, I use it, but number two, just from asking questions. So I just find out from, a lady, like, what are you using? What do you like best about what you're using? What would be the one thing you would change? And they tell me, yeah, do that, Brandy, do that, please. They tell me exactly what their need is. And what I do is I take that need and I look to see if I have a product and I try and match that up. And I just say very casually, hey, I have a product, and I give a testimonial, right? I give a social influence basically. And what it does is it helps to let people know that other people are having success with it. So, I have a friend, my wife has a friend, we know somebody, I sold somebody the same product that had similar issues, and I was able to, they were able to have their blemishes decrease. They were able to, by the way, those of you hopping on, this is like added bonus. So if you want to talk about overwhelm, you're going to have to watch the replay. I'm doing some other cool training here. But so it'll, I give them social proof. Hey, this product helped this woman's skin, reduce her blemishes. Would you like to try it, or would you like to get more information about it? And that's how I would attack, bringing up my product to people, is I find a need. I have to find a need first, and then I can talk about my products. Okay. The way to start the conversation is to look for free information, right? If you're at a gym and you're in the health and wellness field, well, duh, they're obviously into being in shape. So you can ask them, how long have you been coming to the gym? What are you trying to accomplish by coming to the gym? Are you trying to tone? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to get bulky? What are you trying to do? And when they tell me, oh, I'm trying to lose weight, oh, I'm trying to add muscle, I'm trying to slim down. Well, my wife keeps texting me. You know, based on their answer, I know that they have a need. Oh, I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, really? Okay, cool. How much are you trying to lose? Oh, I'm trying to lose 15 pounds. How's it going so far? Oh, it's going okay. I've lost like 5 pounds over the last, month and a half or whatever. Nice, nice. Congratulations. That's fantastic that you're, taking care of yourself and stuff. What kind of products are you using? Oh, I'm using A, B, C, D. Really? Do you like them? It was my phone. I'm sorry. Do you like them? Yeah, they're pretty good. Blah, 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 blah. What would you change about it? What would make it a better product for you? Oh, I wish it tasted better. I wish it had more protein. Whatever. And then you can say, well, hey, listen, don't know if it's going to be for you or not. I'm in the health and wellness field. I have a lot of different products. In fact, I have somebody that's lost 15 pounds over the last 2 months, and she absolutely loves it. Hey, do you mind if I ask you, would you be open to trying one of the products? So very, very simple, very hang loose, very casual. But the way you approach people is you approach them with questions. The questions will bring out what their need is. And then based on your product that you have in your business, you can then offer, hey, would you like to get some more information about it? Would you like to try a sample? Would you like to check it out? I have a really cool product. And you throw in some social proof. Bam, guys, that's how you're going to be able to sell product. You're going to be able to move product, develop customers, and the same is true in business. So hope that helped, Brandy. Hope DM me if you have a question. If I didn't quite answer it exactly, let me know, because that's something that I can maybe do another Periscope on specific to that product or to that that question. So I'm way off of overwhelm. So no, I'm not, Pink. I'm not. And because I'm on a scope and stuff, I generally don't like to talk about my business, because my goal is to give value. And so I don't want to mix up my business with the value and all that. So I hope you understand. We can chat about it, like offline or whatever, or privately or whatever. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, good. So because my goal, everybody's in different businesses and whatnot, and I just want to keep it so I'm giving value to everybody. So Pink, you're off. You're awesome. You're awesome. Love you. So hope you got value. Remember, overwhelm is knowing what you should do, but you're not doing it or you haven't done it yet. That's overwhelm. Crush it by taking massive action. So what I did when it comes to taking massive action is I have a special link for you. Okay? Thanks, Pink. Thank you, Brandy. I have a special link for you, and that link is to a one of my good friends in the marketing system I'm in. He did a webinar on 23 productivity secrets, right? He was a snowboard bum, really, and he's a strong six-figure earner right now in his home business. And what he did is a webinar breaking down the 23 activities that he does in a day or in every couple days. Okay, so when you talk about overwhelm and you're like, I know I should be doing this, but I'm trying to figure out how I can categorize it so I can schedule my time appropriately. I only have 3 hours a day, Ken, so I don't have a lot of time to do stuff. You'll want to check out this webinar. So the link is, if you go on Twitter and Periscope, click on my Periscope profile, and the link is right there. Send your name and information, and you can get access to the webinar. It's also on the title here. scopewken.getmotivatedforsuccess.com. Okay, so check that out. Let me know what you think. It's a really cool training, and if you want to get more detailed, it's like $7 for his full out detailed plan of attack that he does every day. Guys, it's well worth it. I've already done it and been through it. It's helped me a lot. It's like $7 or something like that. But check it out. There's some free aspect to it as well. On YouTube, I have it in the show more under the video. You can check out, just click on that link, enter your name and information. So that, guys, will help you out a lot. It will help you out a lot in help you decrease your overwhelm and be more productive, because that's what it's all about, being productive. So hope you guys got some value and benefit. Feel free to share this if you're a replay viewer. I know I went way long and off topic a little bit, but I want to give you guys value. I want to help you guys out any way that I can. So with that being said, guys, love you all. Gratitude. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for, always being there and supporting me. I really appreciate it. If there's anything I can ever do for you guys, please feel free to DM me, email me, tweet me, text me, send smoke signals, carrier pigeons, mail, whatever. I'm more than willing to help you out, and I want you to succeed, because when you succeed, we all succeed. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I am signing out. This is Ken Cloutier of Get Motivated for Success in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mwah. Have an awesome day. Love you guys. Take care, and we will see you on the next video. Take care.